Hi guys, Mark here. On my previous video I showed you how easily you can fix your holidays pictures if you're balancing with lights and shadows and you are doing some simple reframing. This is great for many situations, but sometimes you need to do changes only locally on part of your picture. For example, maybe you would like to put some more light on the main person in your frame. So for such things, there is a tool called local adjustments in Lightroom. And today I would like to talk exactly about that. We can start right now. This picture has been taken in Barcelona in mid of summer, so light is very strong as you can see. Let's try that what we are trying to do usually. I mean bring up shadows and put down highlights. Okay, big difference as you can see, but we can do a bit more things. I cannot see horizon, but I can see those lines from the building. So they are not upright right now, so I would like to fix it. Clicking here, crop overlay, and trying to fix it. Yes. Okay, looks better, of course. But also I would like to work on composition. I would like to put myself more in the middle, and I think the floor is not very interesting. So I'm changing it a bit. Okay, and I think that composition is better. Before, after, before, after. Okay, cool. Two more issues I can see here. This is a really beautiful place, but as you can see, the colors could be much better. So let's try to add a bit of vibrance and maybe a bit of saturation. Okay, vibrance added. I think amount is enough. Maybe a bit more. Let's check. Okay, let's leave it as it. One more issue remains per my view. Those persons should be more visible. They are visible, but it could be better if there is more light on them. So I will do one trick. I put 2 times the same picture and I just move every modification from here, from right to the left. Okay, so the pictures are identical in that moment and I will try to do a bit more here. I mean, I will try to add light. I'm going to Radial filter here in that section and I'm marking area which will be impacted. Okay, something like that. If this option is checked, you can see what will be impacted. If unchecked, you cannot see. But if you will go and do some modifications here, it will impact on your picture, so you will see. For example, if I bring exposure totally up, you can see. Okay, of course I don't want to do that. I would like to add it only slightly, about half. Okay, I think it's fine. But usually what I'm doing is putting down highlights and bringing up shadows again. And I think the effects are better as the light is more balanced. And this is something what I did also right now. So for those pictures you can see the difference. Okay, guys here are more visible because there is more light, and mostly this is visible once you zoom out. But if you go to the left side, this is almost the same because we impacted mostly in the center of that image. Maybe I should put it a bit down. But one more thing about that tool. This transition is relatively smooth, but you can impact on that smoothness. If you are going here to that option and you will go down, so you can see there will be no smoothness in that moment. It will be jump from 0 to 1, I will show you. Okay, so almost never you do that, I believe, because it looks totally not natural. But if you will try to go to 50, it is something what we did already. It looks much more better. but you can also try to go to 100% and the transition is very, very smooth. Okay, you can see. Usually I'm putting something from 50 to 100. I think 70 will do good work here. Okay, cool. So I think work is done. Before, after, before, after. Beautiful sunset on Garda Lake in Italy, but as we can see sun, there is the problem with the light in front of those persons and there is a lot of shadows. So let's try to fix it as usual. Okay, looks much better, but what had happened, we lost the atmosphere. There were definitely more darker, not as it is right now. So we need to fix it and I'm going to change exposure down. I think half may be enough, or maybe even 0.8. Okay, so I think picture looks good and we can leave it as it is, but I would like to do some more things. Okay guys, here you can see before, here is after, so let's copy all changes from right to left and I will do some more things. Those persons may be a bit better visible, so I'm adding shadows up, highlights down. I'm adding such filter. This is Radial filter, and maybe adding some exposure. Okay, so those persons are better visible, and I will decrease general exposure. So there are no huge differences, quite small, but finally this picture is better per my view. We can add one more thing. I mean, we can, let's say, close that picture from that side. I'm adding this time graduated filter and I will try to make it a bit more darker. Not too much, but a bit. Okay, so you can see those persons are a bit more visible right now, and I think this is much better. Okay guys, so this is before, this is after, before, after. One more thing, if you like, we can try to do some photo manipulation. I'm not very happy for such things, but you can do that if you like. So just to have good comparison, I just moved all changes from right till the left and trying to do some more manipulation here. Okay, adding additional filter, radial filter, trying to do really big circle. Okay, maybe not this, but here. Okay, and being sure that I'm affecting outside, not inside, I unchecked that checkbox and I'm changing temperature. Okay, maybe this way, and I'm making it darker. Okay, not that one, sorry, that one. Okay, so you can see Skype got additional color. Maybe it is a bit more interesting. I'm not fan of it, but you can do that of course if you like. We can also add some more colors and we can do 2 steps of dehaze to make those colors stronger. And maybe again here a bit more light. Okay, so you could see there are additional modifications on colors and temperature, but I would say this is some kind of photo manipulation, and this is something what we did before. Your decision, guys. Okay, anyway, right now this is our after, and this is before. After, before, after. Done. Quick summary what we have done today. We were working with local adjustments to add additional light on the main persons in the frame to make them more visible. Apart of that, we changed the colors, we increased them by changing saturation and vibrance. And on the last picture, we did some photo manipulation as we changed temperature of the sky locally. Guys, if you found that video useful for you, I very appreciate if you click like button and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much, guys.